So this is Poppy. Poppy is a Berkshire Yorkshire cross gilt. A gilt means that she's never had any babies yet. So she's a first-time mom. And here you see her preparing her nest, and we know that she's going to have babies real soon. The next night before going to bed, I went out to check on her and saw that she was in labor. So I went to get the family, and by the time we came back to the barn, she had 2 piglets. So Poppy did everything on her own. We stood by and watched, but mostly for entertainment reasons. And piglets, after they're born, within minutes are up and searching for something to eat. They're born with their eyes open, and they're usually walking, staggering around within a couple minutes. It's normal for piglets to lay and rest right after they're born. This is usually less than a minute, this resting. And it's tempting to rush in and make sure they're okay. But if you're just patient, they usually get up and start moving around. The piglets will be up and nursing within minutes of being born, while mom continues to labor, and their nursing actually stimulates the contractions. At this point, Poppy was pretty relaxed, and she had 12 piglets, and we decided that she was probably all done, and we were going to go to bed. The next morning, we came out to find 13 piglets. The children were all so excited over the 13 new babies in the barn. You want to hold one?
But, I guess
He smells funny. Yeah, that's how baby pigs smell.
He stole it. He stole it. Oh, it's okay. Okay, I think.
So you see here how we made a corner of the pig pen where Poppy can't get to. We fenced it off and we put the heat lamp here. Number one, this is so that Poppy can't get to the heat lamp because pigs like to pull things down. And the other reason is the piglets will gravitate toward the heat and lay down under the heat. And this way, Poppy can't come and lay on them. When she wants to feed them, she will lay down close to where the piglets are instead of wanting to lay on them. And then she will call the piglets and they will come and nurse.
Those should be 2 ones. Right, Mom?
Yep.
No, those should be 1.
Now they're all gonna nurse. Look.
They're looking for Dell. Mom, they're looking for Dell. The nipple. They're looking for Dell nipple.
He's got to find a way to get over. There's number 13.
Did she lay on one?
No.
So within hours of watching Poppy and the piglets, it was obvious to us that Poppy was a very good mother. She was very concerned about where her piglets were. And she was very careful when she laid down and how she walked around them. And for this reason, we didn't pick up the piglets very often because she got very nervous when we picked up her piglets. Here you can see how she's preparing to lay down and nurse them. She's moving the straw, making kind of a bed for her. And at the same time, she's using her snout to move all the piglets out of the way. The noise she makes is unique to feeding time. You'll only hear Mama Pigs make this noise when it's feeding time for her family.
Hey, Mom. Some parts of them are gray. Will they stay?
Yeah, they'll be like she is, where she has some gray spots. Seeing the piglets get still and focus on eating is a sign that Poppy has let down her milk, and there'll be about 10 seconds of intense eating, and then they'll all start rooting again because the milk only comes down for like 10 seconds. The piglets all sleep under the heat lamp, and Poppy cuddles in as close as she can get. While the piglets are busy growing in the barn, we have run out of hay from our winter supplies, and much to the delight of the bigger livestock, we have let them out on pasture a few weeks earlier than we normally would.
What do you think, Gwen?
We've also experienced lots and lots of windy days this spring. The piglets are such a curious bunch. I threw them some dandelions that I weeded from the garden. Before they were even a week old, the piglets' curiosity started taking them beyond the safety of their pig pen. So at any given time during the day, we would find the 13 piglets out around the barn, satisfying their curiosity with mud puddles and anything else they could find. At almost 3 weeks old, the piglets have a great interest in anything that Poppy is eating, and they're regularly in her food dish. And here they're eating some radishes from our garden.
You like that, Poppy? Huh?
Piglets are now 3 weeks old and becoming more destructive each day. They've tore open feed bags and just making a general mess in the barn. So we worked together to extend the piglet in Poppy's pen, and we patched with some hog panel the areas where they were getting out. So we again fenced off a corner of their bigger pig pen, and this is where we will put the piglet feed so that Poppy can't get to it. This is like a nursery starter, and Poppy will choose this food every time over her own food, but it's for piglets, not for mama pigs.